Hola, hola, hello beautiful people, welcome back to our last videos. Hope you all are doing well, hope you're staying safe. So on this one, man, what do you think? What is willpower? Like, I feel like I don't even hear enough about willpower. There are other words that kind of mean almost the same thing, like, oh, determination, resilience, but I just love the word willpower. And in this one, I'm going to talk about the power of mad willpower. How to train yourself to what? Just do it. How to train yourself to exert your willpower. Train your willpower. Train your mind, your body, and soul for willpower. Okay? But I wanted to just like ask you guys, like, what do you think is willpower? How have you ever, maybe you thought about doing something, but maybe you don't end up doing it at that moment, or you feel like, okay, you should do something, but you don't do it, and it just becomes a pattern in your life. Like, whenever you want to do something, you end up not doing it, or you start it, you don't even give it a chance before you let it go. Okay, so on this one, I just wanted to tell you guys, like, willpower for me has always been something that I had to train myself for it. You know, some people ask me, some people are like, oh Allah, how do you get to do this and this and this at the same time? How do you get to do so much at the same time? I had to train myself for it, and I'm going to tell you the little things you can do to train yourself for it. The first thing I would like to say is never ever not forgive yourself for when you don't do what you're supposed to do. I hope that makes sense. And I'm saying this first of all because this is usually what happens. Let's say today you wake up and you say you do want to have better willpower. You say, oh, today I'm going to maybe in terms of maybe YouTube now, or as a content creator, you say, oh, today I'm going to do a few YouTube videos, or today I'm going to record a few things, or today I have a presentation for class, I want to get it done today. And maybe the day comes along, you don't end up doing it. Don't be too hard on yourself. I think this is where people get it wrong, because they feel like when they're hard on themselves, then, oh, it's going to encourage them to do it better next time. There's a balance. You have to know how to not be hard on yourself, but I don't know if the word is pity, but be nice to yourself. Like, be nice to yourself and think about all the things you've done in the past that have gotten you to where you are. If there's a time where there's something you need to do and you don't end up doing it, just be like, okay, it's fine, I couldn't do it, it's okay, I have done this and this and this in the past, I know I can do it. Treat yourself like your own child. I don't know how else to explain. Treat yourself, it's not pampering, but treat yourself like your own child. Be a little bit encouraging to your own self. That's just one point I wanted to leave with you guys before we move on to the next things. The next thing I did want to talk about is just believe in yourself and praise yourself. And I'm talking about these things first. You may look at it like these are just small things that they're like, oh, everybody should do this. But people forget to do this. Believe in yourself and praise yourself. For example, if you were trying to exert your willpower and trying to practice what it means to actually exert willpower, if you tell yourself you're going to do something small, I saw a video the other day, the man was like, oh, if you tell yourself you're going to scratch yourself on the back, maybe your back actually had an injury and you're not supposed to scratch yourself on the back, then for that moment, don't scratch yourself on the back, or like move some way. It was an odd example, but it was very interesting because it's just the little things lead up to big things when it comes to your mind, when it comes to you doing what you really do want to do. Okay, so I just want to say, like, there's power in mad willpower. There's power in putting, for whatever you feel like is being a hard time for you, know that it gets easier. Know that you're not going to die if you try it right then and there. You may be really tired, but if you try right then and there, think about the benefits of after. You're going to feel really good. You're going to feel like, oh wow, you tried, you did this, you accomplished what you said you're going to accomplish, and it's just going to feel better for you. So and I also wrote it, I said, train yourself to just do it. What are other ways I can tell you on how to train yourself to just do it? Like, just whenever you do think, oh, and this is something also that I've always said in my videos, whenever you have a phone note, have a note app in your phone, or have a journal with you, whenever you think of something you want to do, write it down immediately. Honestly, like, I can be a very forgetful person. Sometimes I don't know, my family used to call it absent-minded. I don't know if that even makes sense, but sometimes I can be absent-minded. I can zone out, and I can also be very forgetful sometimes. But the way I do it is when I do have an idea, when I do have something, even if it's not an idea, if it's just an interesting thought that I'm giggling to myself in my head, I usually pull out my phone notes and I write it down. Why? Because being on here making videos with you, it could also help me to whenever I do have, or whenever I do want to make a video, I already have those notes, and I'll be able to make a video for you all to see, and we'll be able to learn about it together. But apart from that, in terms of other ideas you want to implement as a young person, as a millennial, as anybody watching this right now, there are ways whereby just as soon as that thing comes, you just write it down. The act of writing it down kind of brings it to life. Even if you don't end up looking at it for a while, trust me, it's going to come up in a few days, in a week or two. You're going to think about it again. Your subconscious is going to keep reminding you. Maybe God also is going to keep reminding you, like, you wrote this thing down, you wanted to do it, what are you doing about it? So just start out small. You don't always have to think of, oh, the bigger things when it comes to willpower. Just start out small. The little things you could do to train yourself to either not do it or do it. It kind of also incorporates pressure. Never ever be pressured by other people. I know it's very easy to say, if you don't want the pressure from other people, then do better than them. Like, it's easy. I don't want to say it's easy, because it wasn't always easy for me, and it's not easy for everybody. If there's someone you're looking up to, or you're looking up to them, or you just like something they're really doing well, and you feel like, there's so much pressure, like I feel like I need to be perfect like her. You don't need to be like her. You need to look, if you want to sincerely look up to her, then do what she's doing, or do better than what she's doing. Like, literally, I don't want to say it's easy, because it's not easy, but people forget that willpower comes with just doing it. Like, trust yourself enough to just do it. In a few months time, in a few days time, a few weeks time, even if it was a mistake, even if what you did wasn't what you were supposed to do, you're going to have learned from it. You're going to, even if it's something that you did and it's just so embarrassing, or you just don't really like it, you're going to have learned from it. Moving forward, you're going to be better, you're going to grow. These things get easier. I'm going to use myself again as a content creator on here. I don't know, it feels weird calling myself a content creator, but I make videos, so maybe. But being a person that makes videos on YouTube, there are some times where I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to make another video, or maybe I do want to make it, but I'm just like, is this really helping people, whatever. When I start to doubt myself, I give myself time to reflect, like, okay, is this really something you want to do? Is it because you really don't want to do it at all, or is it because you're tired, or is it because you feel like you don't know what people would think? When it gets to feeling like because you don't know what people would think, that can be a sign to just go ahead, sit down, even if it's a 2-minute video, even if it's a nonsense video, even if you're looking like nonsense, sit down, you do the video. Because at the end of the day, I always tell you guys this, people always think, oh, people are so focused on them. Everybody is having their own lives to live. Everybody is trying to find money. Everybody's trying to make their own lives work. Everybody's trying to find ways to make their own lives better, whether it's by corporate jobs, or it's by business, or it's by entrepreneurship, or it's by being more involved in humanitarian ventures that make them feel more fulfilled. Everybody's trying to figure out their own lives. So never ever feel like, oh, I don't want to embarrass myself right now. In a few days, few weeks, okay, maybe not days, but few months, few years time, it's never going to matter. Why? Because everybody is growing up at the same pace, and nobody knows tomorrow. I don't know, let me not ramble too much, but let me just know, guys, in the comments, what are ways in which you've recently felt like you used your willpower? There's something you really didn't want to do, but you ended up doing it, and you were proud of yourself for it. It's okay, like, don't ever feel pressured to be like other people. Some people cannot be on the same level. Some are more, and some are more smaller pace. And that's actually something I wanted to mention. I'm so glad I remembered. Is don't rush anything. Never ever rush anything. And I think when people are talking about, oh, determination, doing this, they always feel like you need to just rush and get there. Never rush anything. Know that things take time. Know that it's okay to, maybe when you did, I'm using videos a lot because I think it applies to me a lot, and maybe you all would like to know that when it comes to like making videos, sometimes when I used to make some earlier videos, like sometimes I've been looking rough, and I know I'm looking rough, but I know, like, I'm not going to look rough forever. This is just for now. Like, I'm just practicing. This is literally practice. So like I said, don't rush anything. Don't from the beginning try to be so perfect, have the perfect background, have the perfect image on camera, have the perfect light on your face. Because when people are doing that, then they're trying to rush to the top to feel like big people before they even start from anywhere. And that's something with our generation sometimes these days. Like, people you want to just be there. You don't want to start from here. Even if you're starting from here, you want to look like you're there. There's nothing wrong with looking like the level you're at. It's okay. Look like that level and then grow from there. Like I said, there are times where I'll be looking rough, but I knew it to myself, like, I'm not going to be looking rough forever. All the ones I'm doing is just practice. When I eventually get the hang of things, I will now add, and that's how I can be. I'll now implement small things I can do, like, oh, okay, now okay, now that I see that I'm consistent in this, okay, now let me get a new camera. Or now that I see that, oh, my master's program is going well, okay, now let me look into maybe positions to just get the experience of what I'm studying, you know, blah blah blah. So everything is step by step. Don't always try to look like that before you even do any real work. Like, go slow, don't ever rush anything. And I think in the process of not rushing anything, you're going to feel very comfortable with implementing things that you want to implement at different stages in your life very easily. There'll be a stage where you have to push yourself, like, okay, I'm not too perfect here, but I just need to do this right there. You do it. The next week after, you add something different. Maybe you comb your hair. Next week after, you do something different. Maybe do your makeups. Yeah, I'm just using these small things as an example because I know, like, some people are so bent on looking like professionals from the beginning, or they want to just look perfect, or you want to look like fine boy, fine girl. It's all cool and all, but all these steps, you can skip it all you like, but you still need to, all those things will still come up later. It can come up in making you now start to have low self-esteem. You start feeling like you're living a fake life. You start feeling like you're not living how you portray yourself to be living. You start feeling like, are you actually giving the advice that are you actually implementing the advice that you're giving? You know, so many things can come up in our heads when we try to rush things, when we're not taking things slow by slow. So I know this video it maybe have been different points, but the big picture was willpower and just being able to just do it, you know, just the power of just doing things at that moment, you know, just do it at the moment. If you don't do it at the moment, please forgive yourself. Never be hard on yourself. Never compare yourself to anybody. It sounds easy to say, but please practice it. The smallest things. Treat yourself like you know that you're doing good, you know that maybe you're not doing great, you know that you're doing good, and you know that things will get better. Why? Because maybe you're 20 something watching me, maybe you're 30 something, maybe you're 40 something, 50 something. You're still young. Everybody's young until the day that God decides to take them out of this earth. Literally, there are so many things you can do at any stage in your life, and these are some things I even put in my book. Like, you all have seen my new book, Effective Laziness. There are things where I put of people that are 40, 50 years old and didn't realize later that they wanted to change this, change to that. At some point they thought in their lives, like, oh, not until they had to work before they get the results. They didn't remember to work smarter. They didn't remember to be more effective in the ways they implemented things they wanted to do. Just like I'm talking about willpower, like, implement, make the action, do the real work. Don't rush anything. Things in life take time to grow. Don't try to show off, spend all your money, or show that at such a stage in your life where you've not really built any assets. You know, maybe we'll do another topic on that. You can let me know in the comments if you want us to talk more on that, and yeah, let me know what are ways you've exerted your willpower. What do you think willpower covers in terms of different examples in your life? And let me think of what assignment I can give you guys. I want to give you guys, choose 3 days of this coming week, 3 days of this coming week, and write down something big you want to do each day that applies to you. Maybe something you've been putting off for a while and you just feel like, okay, and you forgot about it. Or it may just be small things like, oh, you said you wanted to do something new, change your style a little bit, or improve in something in your life. Choose 3 days of the week and put one big thing for each day. You can do other things in the day, of course, but put one big thing for each day and do them on that day, okay? I really hope you all do that. Please feel free to reach out to me. My Instagram is OLA_Olasuju. Yeah, I'll put it in my description, OLA_Olasuju, and my email is also there. Feel free to put your comments down as well, and then if you want me to reach out, I'll reach out to you privately. Thank you all so much. God bless you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took out a thing of 1 or 2 things. On here we'll talk about millennial talk, self-help development, faith, lifestyle, reaction videos, learning content, just to learn, grow, and flourish together. Thank you all so much for stopping by. On the next one, we're going to be doing some more like specific topics on like the power of MAD something. Like I thought about the other day, so like the power, like the like I said, I wrote down in my notes just because it came to my head. I said prayer brings mad clarity, and that's something I really do believe in as a person. Like when I pray, man, like, or when I really pray, or when I tell myself I need to pray more often and I actually do it, the clarity it brings into my life is extraordinary. And maybe I'm going to talk about that on this channel one day, but I really hope that you guys can implement these things. So we're going to do like maybe a mad series, like hashtag mad series. Like this one was mad willpower, next one maybe mad clarity with prayer, maybe another one mad consistency, maybe another one mad resilience, maybe another one mad forgiveness. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, y'all. So nice hearing from you and talking to you today. God bless you all and stay safe, and see you again on the next one. Bye.